Well, just like there are levels in video games, same is true with stamping. Hi, I'm Linda Anderson from Linda Lou Creates. Today, I'm going to show you 3 levels of simple stamping using stamps, ink, and paper, so you can create these beautiful cards in no time. First up are the supplies. I'm using the Inspiring Iris stamp set. Now this is a 2-step photopolymer stamp set. You have the outlines as well as these insides, so to speak, of the flowers and the leaves. For my card, I'm using just the inside parts. I like the abstract results that you get from that. The cards themselves, I am using the Whisper White note cards and envelopes. They are so economical. You get 20 in a pack for $7. So as you can see here, I still have a few left out of my pack of 20. I've created quite a few cards with them. They come in the Whisper White. They also come in Very Vanilla. I have some coordinating cardstock to go along with my stepped up cards here. So I have some Daffodil Delight. I also have some additional Whisper White, and I'm using the Brights Designer Series paper here. You'll see too that I used on these the stitched rectangle dies. And as far as inks go, we've got Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight, and Poppy Parade. For the only embellishments that I have, I am using the metallic pearls. You'll also need an adhesive, and I'm using snail for that. And I am, of course, using dimensionals too. Okay, so let's get started. So let's start with level 1, and that would be this card. 1-layer card. There is actually no layers, I guess I should say, card here. It is just ink, stamp, paper. So let me go ahead and open up my ink pads. Got the Granny Apple Green, the Poppy Parade, the Daffodil Delight. Now I'm going to pull in one of these note cards, and I'm going to start first with my sentiment. It is going to be in the Poppy Parade. For some reason, for this one, I just did it down here at the bottom, and on the side, on the right hand side, just a little off center, making it a little kind of fun there. I'm going to bring in the stem. Like I said, these are only the inside portions of the 2-step stamping card, or stamp rather. I like the abstractness of it, so to speak. So there's the stem, and then the flower itself I am doing in Daffodil Delight. All right, I don't know if we timed that, but this card is done. That's it. So just a couple stamps, couple colors, and we're done. Don't forget to also do the insides, and don't forget to do your envelopes too. All right, so level 1 card is done. Now let's step it up to the next level. Level 2, we're going to bring in now the die cuts. And I'm also going to bring in my card base. So once again, I'm going to start with the sentiment. So instead of having it on the bottom on the right hand side, I'm going to put it more or less in the middle now. I'm adding a little bit of fun by using the dies for the flower stem first, adding the flower on top, and now let's get this put together. Okay, a little bit of snail on the back here. And let me get some dimensionals on this. to clean my fingers off as well. All right, so here we go. We are almost done with level 2 of this card. And there it is, level 2. I stamped already on the inside. And I'm going to go ahead and get my envelope that also is already stamped. So now we're going to bring in level 3. So the card base. This time I'm not going to stamp directly on the card base. Instead, I'm going to build some lower layers to put on top of it. So here I have the card itself measures 5 by 3.5. So I have a piece of Daffodil Delight that is 1/8 of an inch smaller. So that makes it 4 7/8, 3 3/8. Then a piece of Whisper White that measures then 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. I went ahead, put that all together, and I also put on a piece of Designer Series paper that measures 2 by 3 3/4. 3 1/4. 3 1/4 by 2. I went ahead and put all of that together. So now we'll do our stamping on this Whisper White. So first the sentiment in the center on the bottom. Okay. And then the same idea. I'm going to get my flower on the stitched rectangle here. Okay. Adhere all of these together. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and close up my ink pads. That's why. And let's go ahead and get this adhered down. So the white rectangle goes down onto the Daffodil Delight. We'll add some of our dimensionals onto the back of this. Okay. And now this piece will go on top of the card base then. So okay. Let me get now the flower put down. Remember, this is level 2, so it does take us a little bit longer. There are a few extra layers on this one. And now we get to put some embellishments on it too. I have the silver metallic pearls that I'm using here. And I'll just pop them on with my paper snips here real quick. I just put 3 of them down. And there we go. There is level 3 of our simple stamping cards. Inside has been stamped as well with the flower, and so has the envelope. Let me just show you too that I did the same idea with another flower in that stamp set with the irises themselves. So level 1, right directly onto the card base. Level 2, I've added the stitched rectangle, some dimensionals, stamping again the sentiment directly onto the card base. Level 3 then comes with additional layers, some embellishment, some DSP as well. And as always, we stamp on the inside. There you have it. 3 levels of simple stamping. So let me bring back these cards also. For more information about these cards, go to my blog, lindaloucreates.com, where I will post measurements and products used for all of these cards. While you're there, subscribe to my newsletter. Also, be sure and subscribe here to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any videos. Thanks so much for spending time with me, and happy stamping!